Hi, I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. Welcome to Centerville Reports Today. Centerville Safetyville Square has been educating little ones in the rules of the road for several decades, and it is back. Here to tell us more about the Mark A. Kreusch Safetyville Square is Debbie Wright with the Centerville Evening Optimist. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Maureen.
Thanks for being here. Doing well. I'm glad to hear. I know there was a short time there that Safetyville Square kind of wasn't around, and then what, in the last couple years it's come back?
Correct. We were able to get a donation from the Mark A. Kreusch Foundation to help us rebuild Safetyville.
And for people who aren't familiar, which would be hard to find because I think it's been around for so long, but really this is like a school, and then they get to graduate with a little village, right, where they get to drive around?
Yep, they learn all kinds of Safetyville with, we work with the ambulance and the fire department, the police departments, school bus safety, pedestrian, walking and bicycle riding. So there's all kinds of safety tips, and I think you know, a lot of it is the smoke, you know, the things that they learn at school, when there's a fire in the house. So there's a lot of good information for the kids.
And this is a program that's offered for kids who are entering kindergarten through second grade,
Correct.
Right? Okay. Yeah. So it's for kids in Centerville School District?
And the local area schools.
Okay.
And we do work with the school systems.
And it's a 2-hour-a-day program for 1 week, right?
Yes, we have 2 classes per day.
Okay, and so we're going to go over the dates. You can see them on the screen there, but it's really offered 4 different weeks, 2 sessions each day.
Monday through Thursday.
So that really gives the kids a great opportunity to learn. Like every day it's a different topic, I guess.
Absolutely. They're going to get what they learn that day. They'll get like a sheet to take home to share with their parents or their grandparents.
Okay, so and some of the things that they're going to learn, as you said, they learn pedestrian safety, bicycle safety, motorist safety, how to be safe on the playground, fire safety, and home safety. So really things that I'm sure at home parents have talked about that with kids, but this might be the first time that they actually meet with a police officer, meet with a firefighter, kind of learn things that way.
Right, and also all the classrooms are taught by qualified teachers.
Okay, and this is going to be at Primary Village North.
Yes.
Okay, so you
on Marshall Road.
On Marshall Road. So if you wanted to register, registration is available now, right?
Absolutely.
So where can folks go to register?
There's information at the Incarnation, Primary Village North and South schools, and then also our website, and it's on the
okay, so you can
broadcast.
Yeah, so you can look there to register. But really, if your child hasn't gone through a program like this is really something that gives them a lot of the basic foundations that they need to really, not only for the child, but I think for the parent to feel safe about sending your child off to school for the first time.
Yeah, and you know, the kids, everything is done in a fun way, and it can relate to their age group, and we keep the classrooms small, so they get direct attention.
And they also, you utilize a lot of volunteers as well.
We do. Most of our volunteers come from like Incarnation, Centerville High School, but we typically would like them to be like 12 and up, and that information we drop off at the schools as well, and also on our website. And we could not do the program without our volunteers.
Because the volunteers really guide the kids through the program and maybe even work one-on-one with them, don't they?
They do, and they help us keep an eye on the kids. They help the teachers if the child has to go to the restroom, you know, because the teacher can't take care of 40 to 48 kids. Yeah. So those volunteers, and they make it fun for the kids too.
And it really is a fun day, and I think the last day, so that Thursday is like the graduation day, right?
Yes. Yes.
So walk us through that.
Well, we have.
Or ride us through, because they get to ride the big wheels, right?
They don't perform on the big wheels or in the village, but they can take their parents into the village after the program's over and show them what they learned. But during the graduation, the kids are going to learn all kinds of little chants and songs that they get to sing for their parents, and it's an example of all the things that they've learned throughout those 4 days. There'll be lots of parents in the audiences with their video cameras running. Oh, yeah. It is really, really cute.
It's a very special day. Yeah. Again, it's called the Mark A. Kreusch Safetyville Square. You can register now either via the website, which is CentervilleEveningOptimist.com. And we're showing now a photo. This is what you were saying, some of the kids put together of past classes?
Yes. Mindy Klein at Primary Village North and her staff put this poster together for us, and we have them at the different schools by the registration packets. And it just gives you an example of the little village that we built, and everything is scaled for their size so that when they're on their little big wheels, they can read the street signs and the stop signs and the traffic light. A lot of the pictures, it just shows the kids what they're going to get to learn and who they're going to be involved with.
Well, I think especially as little ones, if they're going to ride the bus for the first time, that can be intimidating, not only for the child, but for the parent. How is my child going to get on the bus? And this program really walks them through how to get on a bus and how to behave on the bus.
It does, and everything is geared around safety for the kids.
Yeah, so that's important for all of us to gear. I do so many shows on safety. Okay, we all need good yeah. Safety habits. So this is sponsored by the Centerville Evening Optimist, which mm-hmm. is different from the Centerville Noon Optimist, a different optimist group. And tell us about the Evening Optimist.
Well, for the Evening Optimist, we have a very small group, but we meet on the second and fourth Mondays of the month, 6:30 at the Chop House. We have like a social half hour, 6:30 to 7. Our meetings start at 7. And we typically, a couple of meetings a month. I think they try to do one meeting a month where we have a speaker come in.
Okay, and so if somebody's interested in learning more, what's the best way to do? Should they just show up?
They can come, call one of us or the website.
Okay, and you do a lot of other programs throughout the year, but you were saying that you really are recruiting members, so if you're busy during the day, this might be a great service group to join that you can meet a couple times a month, right?
Yes, and there's, we have, like I said, we are a small group, but we're very hands-on, and we do have several projects going on in the community to help the youth.
And we're going to talk about some of those programs too. By the way, I think most people know that the motto for the Optimist is Friend of Youth, and when you hear about some of these programs, you're small but mighty because there are a lot of various programs happening. And I guess it really takes you kind of through the year, calendar year, but you do an angel tree at Christmas time, right?
Mm-hmm. And the angel tree, we have, we actually put those at 2 of our McDonald's restaurants. We get the names through the school systems, through the lunch program. And this is for families having hard times right now or maybe less fortunate. You can come in and adopt an angel and go out, shop for the child, bring the gift in wrapped, and we, as an Optimist members, we deliver all those gifts to the families, usually the Saturday before Christmas.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, and then we've got Youth Appreciation, which is when you recognize youth in the community for volunteer service?
Yep, and we have, actually there's a couple of them because we have the Oracle contest too, that we work through the Centerville school systems. So
kids can take part in a speech contest, and are they given a certain theme that they write a speech about?
They are, and I think this year I was able to attend the girls. I missed the boys, and there was, I think, 7 students that that performed in front of us. Outstanding too.
Every time I do some kind of judging or see kids who are involved in scholarship opportunities, I always say we have no worries for our future because there are so many awesome, enthusiastic, service-oriented, great young leaders coming up that we are in good hands.
Very impressive.
There's also a junior golf tournament that the Evening Optimists take part in, and then of course, Is the Safetyville Square really kind of like a signature event or the biggie for the Evening Optimist?
I think it has become that now since we've brought it back a couple years ago because it is 4 weeks long, so it takes a lot of manpower and a lot of organizing to get it to that point where we're ready, but it is probably one of the most rewarding things that we do. Yeah.
It's definitely the signature event. And then we have the Respect for Law Award that you all give to police and fire, right?
I don't know too much about that.
Yeah, well, I know that's awarded, I think, in the springtime. So that's probably been awarded here recently. And I think the winners have been announced, but just in case they have not been published, we won't go there and say that. And then also scholarship opportunities as well. So. The Evening Optimists are doing a lot of good things for our community, but for sure we want to talk to you about Safetyville Square because, Debbie, as we were saying, it's so important at that age group. We're talking about 5, 6, 7-year-olds who are going to go out. And how large is each class? Because they're broken up into different groups, right?
They are. We're going to have a maximum of 40 students, and so we can accommodate about 300 kids for the 4 weeks.
So that's a lot of kids, but certainly there are probably more than that who want to take part in the program, so you definitely want to get registered now if you're not.
Absolutely.
And you said registration to be to all the local schools that would host or serve kindergarten students, first graders, and second graders.
Right. And the primary is Incarnation, Primary Village North and South.
Okay.
There's actually pamphlets at those schools that they can pick up.
So you can go pick that up, or you can also go to the Evening Optimist website for more information too.
Right.
So when the kids arrive, how does that work when they first get there? Do they go right into the classroom and start with activity time, or? I imagine some of them probably don't want to leave mom or dad.
Yeah, we found out that we used to have the parents bring them in, and this year I think we're going to do it a little differently.
Yeah.
We're going to have the volunteers outside on the sidewalk.
Oh, great.
And mom and dad will bring the child up, drive up, and then the volunteer will get the child out of the car and take them into the classroom.
Probably helps with the separation anxiety a little bit, I would imagine.
And the volunteers can stay with them. We'll have enough volunteers that they'll get a group and they'll start coloring with them right away, put them at ease, relax with them before the curriculum starts.
Okay, and then once the program starts, they do what, singing and?
They do singing. We have a puppet show that we actually have performed. The volunteers do that at the graduation, and the kids love that because they're also involved in singing with the puppets. And they actually have a curriculum where they'll break out and go with the police department or with the ambulance or the fire truck in groups.
And they're all small groups, and they get lots of attention and I'm sure lots of encouragement to keep moving forward.
Yeah, we do have 2 teachers per session too, by the way.
Okay, and again, to register, it's CentervilleEveningOptimist.com. You can get more registration information. But I wanted to ask you about a couple of other events coming up that you all are involved in, and one is the Americana Festival.
Yep, last year we put our Mark A. Kreusch Safetyville trailer in the parade, and we're going to do it again this year.
So you can look for them, you can look for the Evening Optimist walking, and I'm looking to see, that's actually right smack dab in the middle of the sessions, because you've got sessions in June and then sessions following in July, right?
We're going to try to see if maybe we can use some of our volunteers from the first week to be in the parade with us this year. That's one of the plans we're going to try to work out.
Americana Parade is the place to be seen.
They'll have their little Safetyville t-shirts on, and that's the other thing. The kids, all the volunteers have a Safetyville t-shirt. So the kids all know, they can see one of those t-shirts and they know who's going to help them.
And good for parents too to easily identify, okay, this is a kid who's a volunteer and is good for me to be able to release my child too, as well. And then you're also, you all like festivals because you're going to do the Holiday at Home Festival too, right?
Yeah, they've been doing that for several years, even before I joined the club. And we sell the beer.
So you have a booth there.
We have a very important booth, and that is our money maker.
Okay.
That's how we raise our funds for the youth.
That's the biggest, or the biggest?
That is
money
the
maker?
biggest.
Okay, so you want to go out and support the Centerville Evening Optimist at the Holiday at Home Festival, I guess, as well. But you'll see them at the Americana Parade.
Yes.
All right, that's on July 4th. For those of us who are looking forward to it already, we finally have good weather. It's time.
I know. Everybody's ready for spring.
And Safetyville Square happens rain or shine. We should make sure folks know that, because they'll be inside the classroom at Primary Village North.
We have them inside the classroom, and the village is set up inside the gym.
Oh, okay. So back in the day when my kids went through it, it was outside. Okay.
We used to put it outside, but then we had to worry about the weather all the time. We had to take it down, put it up every morning, take it down every afternoon. That's a lot of wear and tear on the buildings, the volunteers, and of course the weather storms. The first year we had a lot of a lot of rain and lightning, and we couldn't do those activities outside.
So now you know your child's going to be in a very safe environment inside the school with qualified teachers, outstanding volunteers, and then a great group of professional staff from police, fire, and the school. So it's all good. Again, it's Mark A. Kreusch, Safetyville Square. You can register at CentervilleEveningOptimist.com. And if you want to learn more about the Evening Optimist, you want to come and see Debbie Wright every second and fourth Monday of the month?
At the Chop House, 6:30, 7 o'clock is when our meeting starts.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Thanks. You.